Ponyfans.com here with Army defensive tackle Mike Gann. And Mike, SMU and Hawaii obviously have some conceptual similarities on offense. What did you learn from your game against Hawaii that will help you Thursday against SMU?
Just staying after on the pass rush and being precise. It's just that one play that, one or two plays that could get you. If you're out of position or you don't get a rush on them, you don't finish the sack, that could mean a touchdown. So they're a talented team. They have a really high-powered offense. I'm looking forward to playing them. It was a fun game against Hawaii. I'm looking forward to a good game against them.
Do you see any major differences between the two as you start to study SMU in preparation for the bowl game?
There's some major differences as far as the personnel and a few different things they do up front. But all in all, we going into it with the same mentality of getting the pass rush on as one of the most important keys. But they can still run the ball. They can still do that. So that's a little bit different.
You guys have played two common opponents. Both of you played Tulane. Both of you played Hawaii. SMU's only seen the triple option offense that your offense will run once against Navy. You guys have seen several of the, more conventional offenses. Does that give you an advantage going in? Are you better prepared to face SMU than SMU is to face you?
I don't know if you could look at it by that, just the amount of games. I think SMU is going to be prepared. I think, they're going to do just as much as we did in practice, looking at tape. At least they got to see, against Navy and do that thing. So I don't think it'll be too much of an advantage, if advantage at all. I think they'll be a prepared team, and they're well coached, so I think they'll be fine.
All right, got to ask about your defensive line specifically. You're the only starter listed over 250, and you would think most offensive lines you see run out there at 290, 300, something like that. Why is your defensive line effective with such a size disadvantage each week?
To tell you the truth, it's designed to be that way. Even if we had a few 300-pounders, I don't think that they would fit into our scheme as much. So it's just the way we're designed. We need a lot of speed, a lot of quickness up front, and, being able to get in. We do a lot. Obviously, if you look at our tape, we do a lot of blitzing, a lot of stunning. So, that's just the nature of our defense. And, I am the largest. Everyone always asks me, even for me, I'm not the biggest guy, obviously, playing defensive tackle. So, but that's just the way it is, and we enjoy getting after it. And the guys that we have, they get the job done. So,
you're listed at 280. Is that legit?
Yeah, actually, that's a legit weight. So.
Okay, so offensive lines, if they're averaging 290, 300, sometimes more than that. At some point, the laws of physics should come into play, right? Why aren't offenses able to simply line up, push you out of the way, and run the ball all day long? Because apparently it hasn't worked all year.
They try. But it's going back. You practice your technique. If you play with proper leverage, if you hit the offensive lineman before he can get into you, that makes all the difference in the world. So as long as you're playing with good technique, good leverage, and if you're doing a bunch of different things up front, they can't just run. They have to worry about someone coming off the edge or a blitzer coming in. So it makes my job a little bit easier sometimes.
What are your impressions of the quarterback, Kyle Padron, or their running back, Zach Line?
They're good players. The quarterback's able. I've seen him be able, check out receivers and do a good job. He does a good job, being able to look at getting away from some rushers and stuff. So, really looking forward to playing them. They seem like a pretty solid group.
People talk about your defense. They talk maybe about the smaller front that you guys have compared to some other teams. Who would you consider sort of the unsung hero or the unheralded major contributor on your defense this year?
On our defense, probably the bandit technique, Jarrett Mackey. He doesn't get as much press, as he should. He's a young guy, but he's done a great job. Sometimes, what he does and what the whip does sometimes, takes a lot of pressure on what I have to do up front. I might not get, as many double teams, because he's in there. He's getting a rush, and I think he's done a great job this year, and I think we'll definitely be hearing more of him in the next coming years.
Your keys to a successful day Thursday against SMU, against that offense?
Getting some sacks and some turnovers. I think that'll be the key. Getting the pass rush up front, that's going to be key.